Going into the Rose Bowl, Dan Lanning said he wanted the players and staff to visualize the game, to play the game in their heads as many times as they could. Well, it's impossible to imagine the Ducks visualize what happened in the rematch with Ohio State, a crushing end to Oregon's season. This Rose Bowl coverage sponsored by Rife's Home Furniture and Mattress. Ohio State and Oregon, rematch time. Dan Lanning and the Ducks ready for round two. But man, did a motivated Buckeye team come in ready for revenge. There was no prettier sight for a football game than the granddaddy of them all in the college football playoff. And the Ducks knew they had to key in on Jeremiah Smith. But on the third play of the game, he comes out of the backfield, breaks tackles, and he'll see you later. Ohio State strikes in the first minute of the game. So we go to 7 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Will Howard comes out of a clean pocket and a beautiful ball to Emeka Egbuka. Gets behind the Oregon defense, and just like that, it's a two-score game. So we go to the second quarter now. Ohio State since got a field goal, make it 17-0. Howard with another clean pocket, broken coverage here for the Ducks. Gets behind the safeties at Smith again. He had 161 receiving yards in the first half. It's 24-0. Oregon struggling to find anything on offense, and the Buckeyes, they're not having that problem. Travion Henderson finds the sideline, 66 yards, and suddenly this lead feels insurmountable before the halfway point of the second quarter. Finally, just before the half, the Ducks break through. Dylan Gabriel able to buy a little bit of time here, steps through the pocket, and he'll find Trayshawn Holden in the back of the end zone. The Ducks would go ahead and get the two-point conversion, 34-8 at halftime. Oregon would get that deficit within 19, but near the end of the third, Ohio State just turns it right back on. Henderson, his second touchdown of the game, and a crushing blow for Oregon. Ohio State dominates Oregon, 41-21, the final score. The Buckeyes will be in the semifinal.
They clicked tonight, we didn't, and I didn't get our team prepared, and that's a great team. When you play a great team like Ohio State, you can't not be clicking on all cylinders, and they were clicking on all cylinders. We didn't really have the ability to stop them and didn't have the ability to get something going for us on offense, and we haven't faced a lot of moments like that this year. It's an unbelievable team. Coach Day and his staff have done an unbelievable job there. Don't want to discredit what our players have been able to accomplish this year. We had a great team. We just ran into a great team tonight and we didn't play our best. So credit to those guys.
Joey, this is one of the, I know there's a lot of Duck fans out there watching. I'm not trying to dog on the Ducks here, but they didn't have anything in that game. And it was one of the more jarring, shocking results that I've ever watched in a game where it happened so fast, it felt like you couldn't process it. And it felt like Ohio State did whatever they wanted to. They started with, they throw a screen pass out of the backfield, then they take two deep shots, then they run a 60-yard touchdown. Oregon couldn't get anything going.
They were in a situation, too, that they hadn't been all year. Pushed back on their heels. We hadn't needed to see them come out of a hole like that all year, and it just was too much to overcome.
Too much to overcome,
I know.
Indeed.